This and that for life, homie. This and that for life. I'm on West for life, nigga. This a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara. Here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. I trust in the Lord, but please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business. This loyalty's a death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind fail. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. You take that oath, it's a Dundee. Try to deal death to a priest, you won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand, just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times, then it's death do us part. No. So how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga, I should want. Even your own people go disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing, ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it, raise it. I pity those watching life as it go by. Be giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pump smoke, never try to. The dead at home, my brother be the dead, it's all I don't. Either fold or salute, my nigga. Salute, my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told them I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. And I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. Know what it is, man. So, how you feel about this truth I done shown you? This ain't the life you think, little nigga, I should want. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah, yeah.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white ass, need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, ask you to stop and ask you to profit. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know there's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world and know boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, Jeremiah, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to wrong with step. I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pass through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. They ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
that's the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church...
You understand? You done found a new breed of Hebrews that stand and walk with the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and we don't care who we got to come up against. You ain't standing before this truth. You understand? We done took them all on and gonna continue to take them all on.
Surrounded by Edomites, lost a lot of truth to this tree of life. Open up the book just to see I'm right. Reminiscing on my ancestors, on those ships who had to plead for life. Took us to a place where ain't never safe there. Poisoning our foods and put our children up in daycare. Fresh out of slavery, still thinking that they care. Guns in the community, children can't play there. Brothers still brainwashed, we died for that same cost. Took away our history, believing that we ain't lost. Brother, I'm an Israelite, sin is like kryptonite. Brothers won't pray, no, they'd rather link a chick tonight. Praises to the Most High, I ain't like most guys. Eyes on the future, but I learned from a boat ride. Tribe of Benjamin, inherited on both sides. Background Jamaican, mistreated and I know why. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
Kwam Yasha Allah, sons of the power. Rise from the ghetto when Satan want us devoured. The seal of the Lord ain't found in church towers. Never dying on my knees like no coward. Wanna be an Israelite, you gon' need more than fringes. You gon' need to show you approve and get in them scriptures. Oh, I forgot to mention, traumatized from the lynching. Homicide, we the victim, homicide ain't the ending. Kids with PTSD, suffering symptoms, never getting treatment, something he gotta sleep with. Stockholm syndrome so long that it ain't a secret. That's why I die for them brothers I'm facing east with. Cause I'm an Israelite, crackers better get it right. Visions of my enemies, death flow through my dreams at night. And if your mind ain't there, then we don't dream alike. Reporting live from hell, home of Christians and Edomites.
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
While they play the sidelines, comfortable on benches. Catch me on the front lines, putting work in trenches. Making sure our election, preparing for Armageddon. Mastering this profession of prophesying these lessons. Protecting our adolescents and answering all their questions. Teaching the love they reflection, no matter what the complexion. We got a common connection, a part of God's hand selection. A shot at the resurrection, through us achieving perfection. But to give life takes sacrifice. Battle demons every vice. Short days and long nights. Less sleep and more fights. More wisdom, more strife. Telling everybody that they wrong and you're right. I'm an Israelite, blood of an Israelite. I ride for my Israelites and die for my Israelites. We owe a debt cause Christ paid the price. So who ready to give their life the life of an Israelite?
I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites. I'm an Israelite, die for my Israelites. Blood of the Israelites, cry for my Israelites. Going through it cause we're Israelites. Kwam Yashra Allah to all my Israelites.
ISUPK presents Ask Ye the Prophets Weekly Podcast.
Every race in the movie.
We are not the trust. We are not the trust. We are trusted, and we are not the trust.
Send in your questions to AskYeTheProphets@gmail.com or Ask Ye the Prophets on Facebook. And your questions will be answered live every Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shalom.
He's speaking of his own. What's that whole Ten Commandments? The white man made himself be the Egyptians and the Israelites. And the Persians. Every race in the movie
High in Christ, Most High in Christ. Shalom, Israel. Welcome to another episode of Ask Ye the Prophets, man. I want to get right into it. Let me get that email I sent you, Ibad. Listen, we are definitely in the last days, and everybody who in the ISUPK, I know you know it, and any of you fans that's listening to us and checking us out, you better realize, man, we ain't got a lot of time, man. Put aside your pride. Put aside all them things you're dealing with, man, and come on in here and lock in. Because when it go down, it's gonna happen fast, man. And when it go down, it's gonna go down. And then in that day, you're gonna be trying to look and say, all right, I'm ready now. You better pray the Most High have mercy and let you come in that time. You may not be able to find us in that day. You may be wanting to come in to find us, but the forces that be might stop you in that day. You better lock in now, man, and get in the Lord's good graces now before it's too late. You understand? A lot of things in the news. The news is like prophecy, prophetic music to me now. I look at the news and I see what's going on, and it's like a wonderful thing. Right. A wonderful thing when I see that news, man. We ain't got a lot of time, y'all. We ain't got a lot of time. Christ said, the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. And we coming up on those days of real dark times. But them things gotta happen. They gotta happen for us to be free. You understand? You got that story? Whenever you're ready.
Why are you surprised? Students call out University of Richmond after racist fraternity video emerges.
Another racist college. You see this? Another racist university, man. The University of Richmond. You understand? All up in being free and proud with their racism, man. The students. You understand? The students. And listen, this is just an incident that got so big that it got national attention. But when these incidents happen at these colleges and universities, you interview them students and talk to them students, they say it ain't no surprise. That's why the title here is Why Are You Surprised? Because these small little minor racist things happen all the time. They live through these racist moments and racist things and racist words and racist teachers and racist students all throughout their career in these colleges, and nothing happens, man. It's like, you just got to accept it. You know what I'm saying? Because it ain't that big until they make a big video like this and then it goes viral. You understand? That's when the attention comes. But these students know that Richmond University is a damn racist college. You understand? Let's read some of it.
Khan. The Kappa Sigma fraternity at the University of Richmond.
And it's your fraternities, man. Black people go to these colleges. They look forward to these fraternities, pretending to be a Greek. When the Greeks hate you, black and brown people, when you going to realize that everybody hates you except the Most High in Christ, except God, who is the God of Israel. Everybody hates you. All we got is each other, man. All we got is each other. And that's why it's no damn surprise that them top athletes is going back to the HBCUs now. They tired of the racism. And this is the beauty of these type of stories. I love to go into them, man. They happen all the time, but I love to keep going into them because when these things happen, some black people wake up. Some black people come out of that fog they've been in. Like these people, they accept me, they accept us. Some of them accept us. All of them ain't racist. They all feel the same way, man. It's just that a lot of them don't say it. You understand? And I thank the Lord for the ones that do say it, because our people can hear it and see it for themselves, man. See, I'd rather, if you my enemy, hell, be honest, be my enemy. You understand? Call me nigga. Say the horrible things that's on your mind. Be real with it. You understand? Don't trick my people. You understand?
Right.
Don't be fake. Our oppressor boy, he smile at you. He smile and shake your hand. Meanwhile, he plotting on your demise and your destruction, man. Because he the most subtle beast of the field, man. He's a snake. You understand? So when you got some being honest, that's a wonderful thing. You understand? Because then our people could see who they really are. Read.
Khan. The Kappa Sigma fraternity at the University of Richmond is suspended while the school administration investigates a racist video of some fraternity members singing Dixie.
Singing Dixie, an old Confederate, old Southern song about slaves and niggas, you know what I'm saying? It's an investigation because it looked bad. It's for political reasons and PR. You understand? They gotta they gotta say we're gonna investigate it. We're gonna get to the bottom of this. We don't support or condone racism. Everybody should be treated right. That's what they all gotta say. That's what our press have been saying every time there's an infraction that goes public or goes viral. That's his quote unquote. Those are the words you gotta use. You understand? Like they train police that say, I fear for my life. They train these institutions to say these things. We're going to investigate. We don't tolerate this. We'll get to the bottom of this. They got to make it look good because it doesn't look good to the nation when these things get out like this. The small ones that they can cover up, they happen all the time. The students will tell you. You understand? The students will tell you. And listen, the students now, they say these white people, and this is high school also, high school and these universities. They say these white high schools and these white colleges, they ain't even ashamed of being racist no more. They say we are proud white nationalists now. They coming out with it. I tried to tell you the South is back, and this video gonna prove it. Read a little more.
Khan. Simon Reed, a junior at the university, and Katana Isaac, a sophomore, both say they are not surprised to have a racist video surface from the predominantly white fraternity in Richmond, Virginia.
You see that? Black students ain't surprised. They ain't surprised because they know that's the atmosphere in these white colleges and universities, man. These white high schools, they know that's the atmosphere. It's a racist atmosphere all the time. So when something like this happened, it's like, oh my God, we can't believe it. The universities, like, oh my God, we're going to investigate this. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Oh my, this is not our standard. This is not what we represent. It's a damn lie. It's normal. These are normal things in these universities and colleges. Go ahead.
Karaoke.
Mm-hmm.
Our administration has this thing that they're so shocked and so surprised when these things happen.
You hear the black students? They say the administration, they got this thing where they act so shocked. Oh my God. What did they say? Oh no. Shocked and surprised when these things happen. Read.
And I'm like, these things have been going on for a long time.
You hear that? He said these things have been going on for a long time, man. Ain't no surprise to none of the black and brown students. Ain't no surprise to the white students. Ain't no surprise to the administration. There's no surprise to nobody, but they got to play politics. They got to pretend. You understand? Once again, Christ said, our oppressor is the devil. He's a liar. He's a liar and the father of it. Read.
Why are you surprised? Isaac said of the video.
Mm-hmm.
The video clip made public by the Collegian shows several fraternity members singing Dixie.
Right.
Saying the South will rise again.
Read that again.
Saying the South will rise again.
One more time, I buy.
Saying the South will rise again.
All this rising of these white nationalists after Donald Trump and them coming out of the closet and them showing their true colors, brother. The South ready to take this thing again, man. We've been saying that in the ISUPK for months and months, man. We've been telling you that y'all mad at to talk about that Confederate flag. They still want to raise that Confederate flag. Don't they know that's a flag? That's the flag of the losers. Don't they know the South lost? The South been waiting in the cut, man. The South been applying for your police forces. They've been applying for your firefighters. They've been getting up in your court system. They're your judges. They're your lawyers. They're your district attorneys.
Right.
You understand? They're your senators. You understand? They're your congressmen. They're your presidents. The South been laying weight, man, getting in all the powerful positions. You understand? They all up in the Republican Party. You understand? They say every Republican might not be a racist, but every racist is damn sure a Republican. You understand? That's where the South then got positions of power, and they making moves. They making moves, man. There's no surprise that these things are happening. This song, Dixie, says the South will rise again, and in 2021, 2022, you know, our oppressor is that's still his motto. That's still his motto. Because they want, listen, this is going to be a civil war in America. This is going to be a civil war. And white people, they don't love you enough to fight for the death for you. You understand? The civil war start. The ones the South that rise up and fight civil war, fight to bring back slavery and fight to make America great again. The ones that's against that, they're only gonna fight but so long.
Right.
They're gonna resist. But when it seems real deadly and real bad, they're gonna say, "Wait a minute, man. I'm gonna risk my life for these black people. No, I'm making a mistake." And they're gonna step back, just like what happened in the South, even back during slavery, before the Civil War. You understand? You had a lot of white people that was against slavery and didn't like slavery. They would help hide the slaves and help them escape and all that. But when them bubbas came around looking for the slaves and said, "You better open your doors and give us them niggers. You better give them to us, or we're gonna deal with you." They ain't up for that fight. Them people that hated slavery, they say, "I hate slavery and everything, but I don't want to, mess up my business. I don't want to jeopardize my family. They in my cellar. Go on and get them." You understand? They don't love you enough to fight for you for real, how you think they're gonna fight for you. Read a little bit more.
Khan. And I want to be a slave owner.
You see that? The South will rise again. And the other words is it, I want to be a slave owner. That's what make America great again means.
Right.
It means that the South is trying to rise again and they want slavery back. They want to be slave owners. You understand? They want to feel that feeling of white power that built this country, man. You understand? They don't like when black people get to argue and send them to jail. They don't like when they harm or murder somebody black. They actually got to go to court for this. It wasn't like that once upon a time, and they want to get back. That's when America was great to them. When they could kill black and brown people and nothing happens to them. Like the general brought out, man, in Arizona, they killing our Hispanic brothers. They killing them Mexicans like this was Jim Crow South in the 60s, man. They still killing the tribes of Israel. You understand? You don't hear nothing about them. You understand? Read a little bit more.
Khan. Amid a slew of beer cans in what appears to be a living room or den in a residence.
Let's play the video now.
Khan.
We're going to check out that video, man. See how they really feel. Here's how they think about you. For real. You understand? This is how they feel. While you trying to join their you still running up in white colleges and universities, man, trying to fit in, trying to get along with these people, man. Trying to hope that they see because you don't argue with them and because, even though all the things that they've done to our people, you still trying to be friends with them and be colleagues with them. You think that'll make them say, man, after all I did to these people, they still nice to me. They still want to be next to me. Maybe I should stop. You think that they think like this, but this is another animal. We keep telling you this. This is another type of animal. God made them to be the monsters that they are.
Right.
They only exist to be a punishment to us. You understand? That's the only reason why they exist. And God said, who can make straight that which I have made crooked? So if God made them into monsters, why are you trying to make them into saints, man? Why are you trying to make them into good guys? Play the video.
Playing video.
No sweat. Commercial. No sweat. Commercial be up in a second.
Because, it's hard to imagine that someone would think that that's a joke to say that.
20-year-old Simone Reed is a junior at the University of Richmond in Richmond, Virginia. She's saddened to learn one of her school's predominantly white fraternities found itself ensnared in a racist scandal.
I can imagine that something that's so traumatic can be seen as something that's playful and funny for white students.
While saddened, Reed is not surprised, and neither is 20-year-old sophomore Katiana Isaac.
Surprised
Ain't nobody surprised, man.
Our administration has like this thing where like they're so shocked and they're
Right.
so surprised when something happens, and it's like this has been going on for a long time. Like, why are you surprised? Like,
At the center of the
Right. Ain't nobody
controversy, a group of
surprised. Listen.
students who belonged to the Kappa Sigma fraternity were filmed singing Dixieland, widely considered the national anthem of the Confederacy, and was often used as part of
South.
minstrel shows mocking black enslaved people during the mid-1800s.
We'll ride again.
You better listen.
Land of fire. What's our Africa? Look away. Look away. I want to be a slave owner.
You hear that? I want to be a slave owner.
It's happening. Like, it just goes to show like how
This is what they do when they feeling good.
we've become desensitized.
When they
to
feeling
this type of
relaxed.
stuff, and
You
it's
know
like
what I'm
it
saying?
shouldn't happen.
This is
On
what they do
December
when they
20th,
really
the
want to
University of
feel like
Richmond suspended
patriots.
Kappa Sigma fraternity upon learning of the video,
That's it.
which was recorded during the
This is what they do when
2019
they feel like patriots. When they feel like good old American patriots, they sing about wanting slavery back. You understand? They sing about the South rising again. You understand? These are the times we in, man. These are times we in. While they gearing up and promoting and encouraging their people, getting excited because a war is coming, man. The war is coming, and the war has been started against us. The war against us has been psychological, it's been biological, you understand? It's been chemical, you understand? And soon it's going to be physical, soon. And they just gearing up. This is how white people, you know, it's like they call it a dog whistle, man. They do certain things, say certain things, the videos go viral, and we think, okay, it went viral, they're going to get in trouble, they're investigating it, all right, so it's fine. No, it ain't fine. These videos, man, encourage our oppressor. These videos going viral, all this whole story, this is not doing to them, this is not doing for them what it does for us. For us, it's like, okay, good, they're going to get in trouble, they're going to answer for that, that's wrong. No. This make white people feel good, like, yes, even our young college students are getting down with the program. We're going to bring this South back. They armed up, getting their weapons ready. It's going to happen, man. It's coming. You understand? It's coming. They tired of being subservient to you. They hated that them 3 white men got arrested for killing and murdering Ahmaud Arbery, man. They hate that. They hate it. They hated that cop went to jail for killing George Floyd on national TV. They hate it. They hate it. They love it when the little white boy Kyle Rittenhouse got off the murder case for killing people, for helping black people protest. That they do love. He got a wonderful career ahead of him. That little white boy who killed them non-Christians in that church, what's his name? You remember his name? Little white boy, Dylan Roof. Dylan Roof killed them non-Christians, man. They say he in jail. They done promoted him in prison. They done gave him power because they so proud of him. They done gave him so much power that rumors are in prison, he bogarting some of them the weaker white nationalist groups, making them join his group. Because they done put him as like he the godfather, man, up in prison. This is the America you're dealing with. This has always been America. It's always been America. We just didn't know because of that goddamn Christian church. That church then put everybody to sleep. The church that made everybody think white people can be loving and sweet because Jesus was white. They done made everybody think that white people can be good and righteous because God is white, and he's the most high of justice and goodness. And then we found out that Jesus Christ was actually a black man. And we found out that God is a black man with black people's hair. We found out all the prophets of the Bible were black. We found out that the angels were black, man. We done found all this out, which means ain't no good, righteous, heavenly white people. It don't exist. It don't exist.
Right.
And we've been tricked into loving these people and accepting them in our heart. And some of us been fooled so much that we don't even want to give it up. The lie feels so good to us that we don't even want to let it go because of that damn Christian church. You got the worshiping of white people, a white Jesus, a white God with all that good music, all them pretty flowers, all them pretty whores in church. So now it's like church is a feel-good place, man. And part of that feel-good is knowing that these white people are godly because they're Jesus and God. And then when you hear something against that, it messes up your whole foundation, man. It tests your foundation. Like, oh my God, if what they say, if those Israelites, if UPK is right, and Jesus is black and God is black, I've been lied to about who they are. That means the church lied to me. That means my hopes of a white savior and my hopes of getting along with white people are destroyed. That means I'm going to have a tough life and I got to fight and do work and join with my people, and I can't just be at peace no more. Well, those are the facts. Those are the facts. This ain't the time for peace. The Lord said there's a season for everything. There's a time to love and there's a time for peace, but it ain't now.
That's right.
It ain't now. We ain't in the time to love your oppressor and be at peace with him. Once we get our kingdom back and we in total power and authority under Christ, then you can love the heathen all you want because they will be obeying your every word.
Right.
That's when you can love them. You can't love them while they murder you and while they got power over you and while they oppress you. Come on, man. The church didn't destroy the black and brown race, man.
Right.
He said the South shall rise again. Give me Revelation 12:12 if you can, I buy. He said the South shall rise again, man. I want to be a slave owner. And that's what they do when they totally relax and enjoying themselves, man. You understand? Well, what do you think? What kind of mind frame you thought they was in when they was in these racist groups looking for black people to lynch back in the day? And some now. They still do it. They have a few beers, start feeling good, start feeling patriotic, start feeling like real Americans. Let's go tie us up a nigga. Let's go find us somebody to murder, somebody to kill. And that's what they used to do with them mobs, man. Mobs of white people. You read the story of Tulsa, Oklahoma? You understand? All based on a lie. But that lie gave white people a reason to be real patriots and Americans and have a few drinks and go to war with black people, man. And again, they got the power, they got the finances. Some of them had planes. They flew planes over Tulsa and dropped bombs on our businesses and residents, man. You understand? We ain't got that kind of power. We can't fly no planes and drop bombs in their communities. They purposely kept us down so that we never have that type of power if it ever came down to it. And it's still like that. It's still like that. If the church ain't got your mind, you understand? You just, you can't afford to go to war with them. Thanks be to God that he said we better not go to war with them. We can defend ourselves, but the Lord said, vengeance is mine. He said, save all that warfare for him because he know how to do it. He know how to destroy these people, and he know how to do it perfectly. Perfectly. Read.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 12 and verse 12. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens.
White man better rejoice. He better rejoice now while he got this thing. Go on and sing Dixie, white people. I love it. I love it. Show my people how you feel, man. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Go ahead.
And ye that dwell in them.
And ye that dwell in them. Go ahead.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Us that's living in a low position. You understand? Woe and destruction to us because, we living under a beast, a monster, man. We living under the murderer and got to go for him for everything. Go ahead.
And of the sea. For the devil is.
For the who?
Devil.
The deceiver, man. The deceiver of the earth. The deceiver of the earth who taught your reverends and your pastors, started the Christian church, who was created to put us to sleep and to raise up certain slaves to keep the other slaves sleeping at bay, to keep us docile, to keep us ignorant to what's really going on in this country. The devil, go ahead,
is come down unto you, having great wrath.
And he come down from his heaven because that's where he at. He's in charge. He's running the earth. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. He's in that high position ruling the earth. He's in heaven right now. he's coming down unto us having great wrath. He angry because he know the prophecies. His scholars know the prophecies. They hear us and listen to us. They don't let us know that, but they hear us and listen to us and study what we saying and study the sign of the times and study and compare them to the prophecies we speak according to the Torah, according to the Bible. They know full well what we believe and what that Bible say, the main scholar.
Right.
Now, your average oppressor, he's just an ignorant dodo bubba. He's just a dodo
Right.
bird. He's just a dum-dum. You know what I'm saying? The average white person walk around here, they about ignorant and dumb as a stick. You understand? But the scholars, those Rhodes scholars, they used to call them Rhodes scholars once upon a time. And all that, them secret society, Illuminati and all that, they ain't too secret no more. A lot of them changed their names. You understand? They don't have them same ancient names, scary names that they used to go by, like Rothschilds and Vanderbilts and DuPonts and Gettys. A lot of them changed their name now. You understand? Running corporations now. You understand? Running casinos, running whole empires, golf courses like Donald Trump and expensive hotel empires. You understand? But they still around.
Right.
They still around and they still running this earth, man. And they still fighting the other white people who trying to who is ignorant, who doesn't agree with the way they running the earth. You understand? So they coming down, they having great wrath, read.
Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Because they know the prophecies is being fulfilled, and they don't, in America, it's prophesied to go down. So just like during the time of Moses, Pharaoh heard about his empire falling and going down. That was the prophecy. They knew about it. Why you think they tried to kill? Why you think they start killing our babies? They tried to commit genocide, man, and kill our babies. That's why Moses' mother had to put him in a basket and send him down the river, so they wouldn't come around and murder him. He's trying to save his life. Why? Because the heathens heard about the prophecies of Israel. They heard about a savior coming. They heard about this savior coming to bring down their very empire. And they were angry and afraid and tried to do away with that. Same thing happened during the time of Christ.
Right.
They put a hit out on all the children of Israel because once again, Herod, the heathens, they heard about this prophecy that this savior would be born, these prophets would be born and bring down their empire, bring down the Roman Empire, man. And so they set to kill and murder and do whatever it took to destroy this prophecy, man, so it wouldn't happen. And they're doing the same thing in these last times. They know about the prophecies. Their scholars know what's going on. They hear what we're saying. That's why Ronald Reagan started a Star Wars space initiative a long time ago, because they heard that our salvation is coming from the sky this time. This time, they can't just kill our babies, which they're trying to do anyway. That's why you got so many Planned Parenthood centers and abortion clinics, and they pushing and promoting abortion like it's a wonderful thing. They pushing abortion like that's the new birth control, paying black entertainers to push and promote abortion. You understand? I'll never go see a Corey Holcomb show ever, because I think that Negro being paid by these politicians to promote abortion. His whole comedy skit was about the beauty of abortion and the fly pimpness of abortion, man. Made me sick to hear him, man. You understand? So these scholars, they know what's going on, and they trying to stop this thing. They trying to prepare for it at the very least. Ronald Reagan started a whole space war program. He wasn't watching Russia from out there or China. Hell no. He was watching the stars, man. He was watching the stars. You understand? They got secret files of seeing things in space and in the sky, man.
Right.
They got secret files where it's hard to get, but sometimes you can come up on them, man. You do the right research of them seeing. You talk to the pilots, man, in America's military. They got stories of things that with super speed and passed their fastest jets and then made a whole about face or a left turn and an angle without even slowing down, without even turning. It's just they moving at the speed of light, they pass their jets, stop, and go the whole nother way. These things are in America's history and records, man.
Right.
But these are the ones that's classified. Classified. They don't let these come out until 50 years later. You understand? Read. So he said, because he nobody had but a short time. Give me Psalms 38 and 12.
Karawakan.
Psalms 38 and 12. He know his time is up. You understand? He know his time is up, so he trying his best to feed you. Part of his wrath is feeding us brand new lies, man. Pushing religion more, pushing this homosexuality, man. Because he know God is coming back once 144,000 righteous men are standing for this word, man. So he trying to turn everybody into homos. He trying to make homosexuality acceptable. All this transgender mess. There's an assault on black masculinity, black and brown masculinity. He want all of us to cave and fall to his feminism, to his sin, to his religions, to his culture, so that God could be angry with us and not in his empire. And not in his empire. That's the assault. That's him trying to stop the prophecies in these last days. Him trying to make everybody follow him and make everybody evil and wicked, so God does not come save us. You understand? That's the plot. Read Psalms 38 and 12.
Karawakan. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 38, and verse 12. They also that seek after my life lay snares for me.
You see that? That's what this devil does. Because he knows our culture and our prophecy. Because the ones that's running this earth, they know what they got to look forward to according to the word of God. They lay snares, man. They lay snares for us with your religions, homosexuality, with all the drugs, man. They make it easy for you to get high. They for sure attack our women and show her that you can get money being a whore. You could be a nasty whore and we'll put you on TV and you can get that money. Or you'll get a singing contract if you're a nasty whore. You understand? Which makes our men want to get with these whores because they try to whore out the best of our women, man. This is a plot. This is a plot, sisters. This is a plot, brothers. It's a snare that they land for us so we can disrespect our God so he won't come save us. Go ahead.
Karawakan. And they that seek my hurt speak mischievous things.
Yeah, it is. They seek our hurt. It told you the devil had great wrath. You understand? Because he know he got a short time, so they seeking our hurt by speaking mischievous things, evil things on us. Evil things. I go to my phone, all the breaking news got images of black and brown people doing horrible things. It's like if you let the media tell it, if you let the news tell it, man, we the most horrible thing in the world. And that teaches white children and white people that we the most horrible things in the world. This is propaganda. And even more important than that, all this media and these things that propagate how horrible we are, thugs by birth, the way we dress, the way we act is a criminal way to act, a thuggish way to act, a non-trustworthy way to act. Even black and brown people believe it, man. Even black and brown people believe it. I thank God that he raised up this truth, man, in these last times. And Commander General Yohana never put down his sword because now we had the opportunity to learn the truth and uncover the lies of our oppressor, man. And we see that everything he do is a lie because he's the devil. Everything he does is propaganda to make the worst of our image and to make his image wonderful, man. Scripture said, no marvel that Satan himself is transformed into an angel of light. So don't be surprised that his ministers be looked at like a good thing. I'm paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing. And our oppressor, this white man, this Caucasian, he done made himself look like a saint while making the children of God look like horrible animals, man, when he's the animal. Nobody does more crime than him. Nobody does more murder and thievery and lying and committing felonies than white people. Nobody. It's just that they do have a tradition of helping their people out and getting them off and giving them the least amount of time or the least amount of punishment. And if nobody knows about it, they'll cover it up. They'll cover it up. Ask Ahmaud Arbery's family. The damn legal system tried to cover up Ahmaud Arbery's murder. It went on for weeks. without nobody knowing a thing. There was a successful cover-up until that old dummy Bubba let his video get out to the wrong ones who made it public. Or Ahmaud Arbery would have just been buried, and that's that. And that's that. Another brother chopped down, man. God ain't never forgetting none of the brothers and sisters that died at the hand of these animals.
Right.
He ain't forgetting not one hair on their head, not one piece of drop of blood spill. God don't forget that. God said, you might forget your children, but I will never forget. Thanks be to God. He ain't going to forget, man. He going to remember every piece of it, man. They seek our hurt by speaking mischievous things. Go ahead.
And imagine deceits all the day long.
And that's all white people do, man. Psalm 71:12. That's all they do is imagine deceits. They imagine how could they push more lies on us? How could they further corrupt black and brown people? They know we the children of God. Once again, the ones that the scholars, the ones that's sitting on top of this planet, they know we the children of God. You understand? And so they imagine deceits all day long, all day, every day. They think of ways and think of programs and think of systems they could put in place to keep us ignorant, to keep us down. And even the ones of us that know, they try to put in place things where we seem crazy. You understand? Where we seem unbelievable to the rest of our people, man. I remember some cat came to the camp years ago in D.C. You understand? I believe he was CIA. Normal white dude. You understand? Normal white guy. He listened for a long time. He started to walk away. He said, I got to say something to you guys. We said, what you want? He said, everything you're saying is on point and correct. But good luck on convincing the rest of your people. And he walked away smiling. Because he was the devil and he understood our plight.
Right.
He understood that we going uphill on a sandy hill. You understand? Trying to convince our stiff-necked and rebellious people that we are the chosen people of God. You understand? It's hard for them to believe. You understand? One of the questions, if I got time, I'm going to get to it, goes into that very point, man. How it's hard for a lot of our people to believe that we are, in fact, the children of God who are in hell now, but we got a wonderful day to look forward to. Meanwhile, this beast, this monster, our oppressor, the white man, he's imagining deceits all the day long on how to destroy us and how to stop the second coming of our black King Jesus Christ. Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 71 and verse 12.
And hear this prayer from King David. You understand? We pray this same prayer. We pray this same spirit is in the ISUPK. We pray to the Father, man. Once again, he said vengeance is his. We pray for him to execute that vengeance. You understand? Read.
Oh God, be not far from me.
Oh Yahweh, be not far from me. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Oh my power. Read.
Make haste for my help.
Make haste for my help. We need your help, Father, against these oppressors, against this animal, against these Edomites and the rest of the heathens that help him oppress us and get rich with him. We need your help, Lord, so please make haste your help. Make haste the help that we need. Go ahead. Meaning hurry up, please. Please speed up the time that you set forth to come deliver us. Read.
Verse 13. Let them be confounded.
And all of our enemies, Lord, please let them be confounded. Let them be confounded, man. Let all of their plots and all of their plans and all of their deceits and all the things they imagine, let them be confounded. Let it come to nothing. Read.
And consumed.
And consumed. Let them be consumed. Destroyed. Destroy all of their imaginations and their plots against us and turn it back on their heads like the Lord did so many times in the past. He'd take our enemy, he'd destroy their plots against us, and then flip their plot right back on them. David is praying that the Lord do the same thing to these heathens, man. Read.
That are adversaries to my soul.
That are adversaries to the souls of the 12 tribes. Go ahead.
Let them be covered with reproach.
Damn right. We pray the Most High. Let them be reproached, man. Let them be reproached. Let them regret forever, regret the fact that they ever put hands on us. Let them regret it. Read.
And dishonor that seek my hurt.
For let them be covered with reproach and dishonor that seek our hurt, man. And once again, they killing us every day. Police, the citizens, they seek our hurt all the time. The ones that run this planet, they seek our hurt with all their racist programs.
Right.
So racist justice system that they have. It's hard for us to get justice because you need money. And when one of theirs go down, if they ain't got no money, if it's good and racist enough, all the racist white people come together and send money to them people to get them off, to get them the best lawyers, to try to pay for judges that they got in their pockets to get them off. But we don't get all those things. We call it white privilege. We call it white privilege, you understand? When it's just them, you understand? It's just how they deal with each other, you understand? They seek our hurt. They seek our hurt, and they try to deliver their own people, man. That's the prayer that King David prayed. And that's what, let the Lord destroy all of these white universities and colleges, man. And once again, they got a nerve to be upset, Ibad, that black people want to go back to the best of our brothers and sisters and the athletes want to return back to HBCUs. Well, look at what's happening at your white colleges, man. Why would you be surprised? So what? You treat the athletes nice. So what? You treat the athletes, the best athletes and the ones that got the scholarships to go to your university. You treat them well because they make your universities look good and thrive and get money. But what about the rest of us, man?
Right.
What about the rest of us? What about the rest of us who got to go through your racism day to day, all day, while you devise mischiefs against us? That's what them white boys are singing about. Let the South rise again. That's what the sisters said. They deal with this every day. Why in the hell are the university acting like they surprised? They deal with this every day. This is what we go through, man. And now black people are starting to wake up to the fact that this man will never love us. And they going back to black colleges, man. Why not be amongst ourselves? Why not be amongst ourselves? That's a start. To bring it in full, they need to come on into the ISUPK, man.
That's right.
They need to start learning in our classes and under us.
Right.
Let's go to that next story about North Korea.
Karawakan.
Read a little bit of that. You understand? It's a great time to know all these things, man. Even though they sing in the South shall rise again and they want to be slave owners again, it's a beautiful thing. It show you the times we in. You understand? It show you the times we in. Many prophets have asked, when was our time going to come again? When the heathen going to be done ruling over us? When is going to be the end, Lord, and the sign of your comings, man? Racism, civil war, wars in the news, all these things are the signs of the times, man.
Right.
And Christ said it out his own mouth. Read this story.
Karawakan. Suspected North Korea missile tests that grounded some U.S. flights hit speed of Mach 10.
You hear that? Mach 10. It said North Korea got missiles that hit the speed of Mach 10. You know what Mach 10 is? 10 times the speed of sound. 10 times the speed of sound. So about time these things hit you, they hit you about 10 times before you even hear the boom. Before you hear them coming, they didn't hit you. 10 times before you hear the sound. 10 seconds before, you understand? 10 times the speed of sound, man. This is North Korea. So South Korea is scared as hell because they've been, angry with each other.
Right.
And America, angry as hell, it said they had to do what? They had to shut down the flights, right?
Karawakan.
America had to ground their flights because of this. Read a little bit more.
Karawakan. A suspected suspected ballistic missile launched by North Korea on Tuesday was more advanced
Just yesterday. Go ahead. Was more advanced than what?
Was more advanced than the missile Pyongyang tested last week.
They had a missile that they tested last week that was superior than anything they had. And now just yesterday, they tested a missile that outdoes that.
Right.
That outdoes that one. Reaching what?
Reaching a velocity of more than 10 times the speed of sound.
You hear that? 10 times the speed of sound, man. Next paragraph.
Khan. Tuesday's projectile was launched from Jangang province near the North Korean border with China.
With China, go ahead.
And landed in the ocean between the Korean peninsula and Japan.
Right.
Its flight covering a distance of more than 700 kilometers,
go ahead.
Which is 435 miles.
So they getting it in, man. They getting it in. Go up to the next paragraph.
Khan.
North Korea getting it in. They ain't playing. These other countries and empires, man, they sick of America being the only powerful ones.
Right.
You understand? So everybody got to submit to America. They tired of it, man. Read.
North Korea said Wednesday that it successfully test-fired a hypersonic missile, according to North Korean state media, making it the third alleged test of such a weapon by the Kim Jong-un regime.
And Kim Jong been giving America problems, boy. He been showing his ass to America, man. They tired of America. Everybody tired of America being bullies, man. Go to that next one. Just read the title of the next one. North Korea got new missiles, man, reaching the 10 times the speed of sound. 10 times. You understand? Listen to this next story.
China's hypersonic missile tests went around the world. Top U.S. military leader says.
You see that? Even in China. In China, they got hypersonic missiles. And their missile was able to circle the globe and then reach its destination, reach its target, man. China ain't playing either, man. These other countries and empires are not playing. Go to that next title.
Hypersonic weapons such as Russia's.
Here go Russia now. What Russia got? Go ahead.
3M22 Zircon flies so fast.
They got the 3M22 Zircon. That's what Russia named their missile. And it flies so fast. Go ahead.
And low.
And low. It flies fast and low. Go ahead.
At speeds of up to Mach 6.
Mach 6. 6 times the speed of light. Go ahead.
And at a low atmospheric ballistic trajectory.
Right, meaning it flies fast as hell and lower than your average missile. It flies low as hell. Why is that important? Read.
That they can penetrate traditional anti-missile defense systems.
Because they fly so low that they can penetrate your average anti-missile defense system. So, you know, America and other countries got anti-missile defenses, right? So when they recognize a missile, they can shoot at it and shoot it down. Russia's missile goes so fast and so low that the anti-missile defense systems don't even pick it up. Read.
The missile flies with an advanced fuel that the Russian says gives it a range of up to 1,000 kilometers.
So it got an advanced fuel that Russia uses to make this thing fast. Go ahead.
And it's so fast that the air pressure in front of the weapon forms a plasma.
Listen, this missile is so fast from Russia that it says the pressure that it creates in front of the missile forms a plasma what?
Cloud.
Go ahead.
As it moves.
It forms a plasma cloud, man. That's how fast it is, man. All this is science, man.
Right.
Science. It goes so fast that a plasma cloud forms in front of it. Read. You ever wonder how them big-ass airplanes get up in the air? It still amazes me. Like how this big, heavy thing with all these people, all this luggage, all this weight gets up in the goddamn air because of the speed.
Right.
The speed and the shape of it creates different air pressures around it, which makes the air underneath of it lighter. Because of the speed and the shape of the plane, it lifts it up in the front. And it maintains that speed, which just takes it in the air. The pressure under the air becomes lighter. The gravity changes under the air. Now, Russia got ballistic missiles that go so fast that the plasma cloud forms in front of it. Read.
Absorbing radio waves.
And it absorbs the radio waves. You trying to track it, trying to figure out where it is so you can shoot it down. It's absorbing all your radio waves. Go ahead.
And making it practically invisible.
And making it what?
Practically invisible.
It is invisible. Go ahead.
To active radar systems.
So your radar systems might not even pick these things up, man. And if Russia got it, you talk China getting it or got it. And if China got it, North Korea got it. You understand? They all lining up and preparing for something big. Something big is afoot, man.
Right.
Where you gonna be, Israel? Negroes, Hispanics, Latinos, Native American Indians, First Nation. Where you gonna be when the shit hit the fan? Excuse my French. Read. Go to that next one. Go to the what the U.S. got.
The U.S. exit from the anti-ballistic missile treaty.
Now, there was a treaty that the U.S. had with its allies in other countries, adversaries and all of them, right? Where they're going to have an anti-ballistic missile. We're not going to make ballistic missiles no more. But America is a liar. Y'all know that. All of our oppressors are liars.
Right.
So anytime they making these treaties, they do the same thing they did with the tribe of Gad, the North American Indians. They do the opposite of what they say.
Right.
So now, this is just in November also. In November, they just came out with it and said, you know what? Y'all making missiles all across the earth and all that. Guess what? We done with the anti-ballistic missile treaty. They exited. They quit. They quit. Read.
Has fueled a new arms race.
A new what?
Arms race.
There's an arms race afoot, Israel. There's an arms race going on, and you getting high.
Right.
You getting high. There's an arms race going on the earth, and we smoking hookah smoke. Don't know what the hell is in it, but you scared of the vaccine. You ain't scared of the death that COVID brings, that the plague of God brings, but you scared of the vaccine because you don't know what's in it. You don't know. You don't know what the hell is in that hookah that you're puffing all day and goddamn night, man. Black and brown people, you are half retarded, man, because of that church. That church then framed your thinking. Even if you ain't in church every day, your family was Christian.
Right.
You understand? The shows you love is Christian. The Christian spirit is still in America. And your thinking has been framed by them, man. And they done taught us to think like retards with no common sense, man, with no wisdom. And I pray God destroy these churches, man, that came from our oppressor. That was started by our oppressor. You understand? It said that America, they didn't quit the anti-ballistic missile treaty, and now there's a new arms race going on. They didn't came out with it. It's been going on, but now they're coming out with it. Go to the next one with Israel.
Israel has one of the most technologically advanced missile arsenals in the Middle East.
Right. Israel got their own technologically advanced missile arsenal. Go ahead.
Aided by foreign assistance.
Foreign assistance, meaning America. America assists them in getting these missiles and these weapons. This technologically advanced, read.
And collaboration.
And collaborations with who? America.
Right.
America. If you notice, we know the names and the details about these other missiles around the earth, right? But you don't know all the details of what America got.
Right.
You don't know all the details of what Israel got. You know they got them, but you don't know the details.
Right.
They call Israel Little America. And because we in America, they don't share their secrets. But they'll share the secrets of these other countries when they find out. So America got some stuff. Israel got some stuff. They just ain't gonna let you know over here. You understand? It said that aided by foreign assistance and collaboration. Go ahead.
Over the past 6 decades.
That's 60 years. America been helping Israel and preparing them and giving them arsenals, man, to help them with the arms race and missiles. Go ahead.
Israel domestically produces numerous cruise and ballistic missiles and has engaged in the export of missile systems.
So they produce numerous cruise and ballistic missiles, and they engage in the export,
of missile systems to numerous other nations.
And they got so many that America allows them to make money off of these missiles, man, and this technology. They supply them to other nations, man. Read.
Khan. While the bulk of Israel's missile forces consist of shorter range.
They say their missile systems are shorter in range. I don't believe that. Go ahead.
Right. Tactical systems. It also possesses a contingent of long-range ballistic missiles.
Right. So there you go. It said their missile forces consist of shorter ranges, right? And tactical systems. It also has a contingent, a good amount of long-range ballistic missiles. Go ahead.
The Jericho series for strategic deterrence.
Go ahead. Read.
Despite not
and that's the name of the Jericho series. You understand? For strategic deterrence, to deter anybody that threatens them. And America got their back. Read.
Despite not officially acknowledging any nuclear program.
Although they don't acknowledge it, they don't talk about it. Why? Because America told them just shut your damn mouth. We don't roll like that. We keep our things secret. You keep your things secret, and we'll help you. So, although they don't acknowledge any nuclear program, Reed,
it is widely believed that Israel does possess nuclear weapons.
You better believe it. You better believe they possess nuclear weapons.
Right.
They're America's little sister. You understand? America's the great whore, and Israel is the whore in training. You understand?
Right.
The Israelis is the whore in training. Romans 13 and 11. Then I'm going to go to 3 and 9. Joel 3 and 9. Romans 13 and 11 first. You better know Israel got nuclear weapons, man. If you thought they didn't, you fooling yourself. Again, that Christian church got you thinking everybody's sweet. Ain't nothing sweet on this earth, man. We wasn't put here to go through nothing sweet. You understand? Our oppressor wasn't put over us to be sweet to you. And the ones that get rich with them, they're not allowed to help us. America's still the superpower, man. If they want some of that American money, that American power, that America industrial business wealth, you understand? They got to make agreements, man. Well, we won't help these people. Certain things we won't do with these people. We won't do these people. You got to get permission from us before you do this, before you do that. They all under contracts. You understand? They all under rules that they agree to when they agree to get a little bit of America's riches, man. And don't none of them, all of these rules and all of these agreements mean do not help black and brown people. That's one thing you can't do over here. You cannot help them. You cannot go against anything that we put on them. You understand? Or you're going to crumble our empire. That's what they're afraid of. Romans 13 and 11. So now North Korea got weapons because it's an arms race. You understand? China for sure got weapons, been had them. It's an arms race. Russia got their weapons and nukes and all these hypersonic missiles because it's a war race. You know America got them. You know America got them because there's an arms race, man. And Israel has them because there's an arms race. Read.
This is the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11. And that, knowing the time.
You better know the time. You sitting up in church on Sunday talking about hallelujah, beating the tambourine. You don't know the time. You just asleep as ever. You them dead bones, man. You like the walking dead that Ezekiel talked about. You like the dead bones. And we all used to be them dead bones, man. But the Lord had grace and mercy upon us and breathed the breath of life into us. and we became a living soul, and we became a great and exceeding army, man.
Right.
That's what the rest of you got to do. You got to come out of that church so you can become an army, so you can prepare for this war that's coming, this arms race that's coming, this civil war that's coming, the South rising up. It's coming. You understand? And you got to come in our class and learn these scriptures the right way. Your church don't know these scriptures, man. And as much as Muslims quote the scripture, they don't know the scriptures. Christian Israelites, a lot of them say Shalom and Shalom and Yeshua, Yeshiva, whatever. You understand? If it ain't the ISUPK, they don't know this Bible.
Right.
Even though they listen to our classes trying to learn the Bible so they can say, I'm an Israelite and I know it. You still don't know the Bible, man. If you ain't part of us, you ain't got this spirit that we have.
That's
you understand?
right.
So you better know the times you in. Read.
That now it is high time.
That when?
High time.
Before that. That now.
Oh, that now.
That now. Now. You wondering when now? Right now.
Right.
Right now. As I'm speaking.
Right.
It's high time, meaning we late with it.
That's right.
We late with it. It's a foot. It's high time right now. Go ahead.
That now it is high time to awake out of sleep.
It's been time. We late with it, man. Once again, America been preparing for war war, Third World War been stewing for decades, man. Decades. What you think heroin and crack was? That's chemical warfare, man.
Right.
That's chemical warfare. What do you think all these diseases we suffer from? A lot of them, man, Esau doing a ton of experiments, man.
Right.
You understand? That's biological warfare. The Christian church, all these homosexual movies and shows, man, and comedies, that's psychological warfare.
Right.
You understand? They've been at war with us forever. It's high time to awake out of that sleep, man. To awake out of that sleep. Now the Lord is sending plagues on them, and a lot of us still getting caught up in it.
Right.
I don't want the medicine. I don't want the medicine. I don't know what's in the medicine. Man, pass me that hookah. Roll up my weed for me. You smoking weed and popping pills. You ain't never researched what's in them pills.
Right.
What's in that hookah? What's in that goddamn weed you smoking? A lot of you dying off that fentanyl. Why? Because you're taking all type of drugs and it got fentanyl in it and it's killing you.
Right.
So you don't give a damn what's in the drugs you take as long as you get high. Yet the Lord sent a plague that's killing, and you don't want to take the medicine for it. Because you don't know what's in it. You just dumb as hell, man. You dumb as a brick. That's all. You got as much intelligence as the cement holding them bricks together. You understand? Read. For now, again.
For now.
For now, go ahead.
Is our salvation nearer than when we believe?
Listen what the Lord is saying in the book of Romans through Paul, man. He said, for now is our salvation. That's what you churches talk about all the time. Salvation, the second coming of Jesus. Well, it's close. It's nearer than when you believe. We in that day. We in that time of the second coming of Christ.
Right.
And you don't know what time it is. You too young for this, but you remember Kool Moe Dee? You ever heard of him?
Lost, sir.
Kool Moe Dee is a rapper. He used to sing the song, check the clock. Do you know what time it is? Tell me, do you know? Hey, old rapper, the old school rapper, man, during the time of LL Cool J used to battle him when he came up. You understand? And he used to have a song called, do you know what time it is? Because they was trying to be semi-conscious back then. They're trying to wake up. Though a lot of them didn't have the truth, man. Some of them did have the truth. They came through the UPK. Wu-Tang was a group that came through the UPK, visited the UPK, wasn't locked in, of course. Poor Righteous Teachers, they used to come through. Even that old Boys to Men. That Boys to Men tried to sniff around the truth for a second. And then all of them went and joined other groups and religions. And now all of them going off. They don't know what time it is. You understand? They don't know what time it is. Our salvation is nearer than we believe. Ain't no time to be going through to learn this Bible from nobody else but an ISUPK One West prophet and priest and teacher, man.
Right.
We too close for the nonsense.
Right.
You understand? Our salvation, the second coming of Jesus Christ, the end of the white man's empire, his world, the end of America, because that's what salvation means. It is nearer than we believe, man. It is nearer than the church had taught us. It's nearer than all your religions, man. You got some dumbass Israelites who ain't in our school. They think, because the temple ain't built, you can't even follow God's law. Who in the hell told you that?
Right.
And what temple is this? Why? Where is this temple written at that's so wonderful and powerful and glorious that once it's built, then we can follow the law, huh? No, the Lord said follow his laws and commandments in all your generations, man.
Right.
All of your generations, forever. Forever. You got Joel 3 and 9. Forever, man. We got to wake up, black people. We late with it. Read.
Karawakan. This is the book of Job, chapter 3 and verse 9.
Joel.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3 and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Proclaim ye this. This is the Lord said, man. The Lord said to make this announcement in the spirit world among the Gentiles, among the heathens, among our oppressors, and amongst all the ones that help him oppress us and get rich with him. Go ahead.
Prepare war.
Read that again.
Prepare war.
God is saying to prepare war. And they are preparing, man. There's an arms race. They getting their missiles ready. You understand? The war is afoot, man. Because the Lord told them in the spirit to prepare war. They see the prophecies. They see what's going on. They see black and brown people starting to resist them and starting to get more rebellious against their traditions and culture, and they don't like it. White people will hate you. You ain't got to hate them for them to hate you. You just got to not love them.
Right.
You just got to not love them. If you don't love and worship them, they will hate you and want you dead.
Right.
You ain't even got to hate them. You ain't even got to do nothing against them. You ain't got to make no move against them. You ain't got to lie on them. All you got to do is say, I love my people and not you, and they will want you dead.
Right.
They will want you dead. Well, they better prepare war. Read.
Wake up the mighty men.
Wake up your mighty men. They better get Russia, better get all his mighty men together like he's doing. China, North Korea, South Korea better get in on it too. I know they got things too. You understand? Israel, America, they all getting it in. All these other countries you don't hear about, France and Germany, they got weapons too. They got weapons too. You understand? The Lord said, wake up your mighty men. Get all your soldiers together, man. Get all your armed forces together. Read.
Let all the men of war draw near.
Let all your men of war draw near. Let all these countries come together, man. We coming on that time. They getting ready. The South trying to rise again. You understand? They want slavery back in America. America is at war with themselves.
Right.
Themselves. You understand? But it ain't going to stop them from fighting Christ when they come back.
Right.
Scriptures say these different nations, they're going to be fighting each other. But when the sky get dark and Christ return, tell you this in the Apocrypha, they're going to leave from fighting each other and they're going to all come together to fight Christ.
Right.
They're going to fight Christ and the angels, man, sent by God. And they think they're going to have a win. They say they're going to be afraid, but they still going to fight. And they're going to lose horribly, man. It's going to be a wonderful day for us and a horribly tragic and sad day at the same time.
Right.
At the same time, man. Let all the men of war draw near. Read.
Let them come up.
Uh-huh.
Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords.
And that day, forget about farming and growing crops and doing your average work in your business. It's going to be time for war. Beat your plowshares into swords. The things you use to plow and get your seed ready, get the soil ready for your seed so that you can live and fill up supermarkets and make money and get rich. Forget about all that. It's time for war now. Go ahead.
And your pruning hooks into spears.
And your pruning hooks into spears. Those are weapons of farming, man. when you're pruning trees and crops and different things, cutting the weeds away and different things. The Lord said, forget about maintaining crops and all that there. Turn them things into weapons, man. Melt them down and turn them into weapons. Your pruning hooks into spears. Go ahead.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
And you better get your weak and you better man them up and make them strong because you're going to need them. You're going to need them. The Lord is starting a war. The Lord been starting this war, and that third woe is right up the street, man. Real close. Go ahead.
Verse 11. Assemble yourselves.
Gather together. He telling the heathen, gather together. Because what I'm about to do to you, you're going to need every last one of your strong men. Go ahead.
And come, all ye heathen.
All ye heathen. You better tighten up. Tighten up, train, gather together, assemble yourselves. Go ahead.
And gather yourselves together round about.
Go ahead.
Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down.
And then when you gather together, you better go. You better send your mighty ones. Let's do it. Let's have it, man. Most High, baby. He been waiting on this.
Right.
And he been waiting for us to get right so he can do this.
Right.
He been waiting on us, Israel, One West. You understand? We got work to do. We got to bring in more soldiers, man, more sisters out of this world. There's millions of Christians. There's millions of Muslims. There's millions of Scientologists. There's millions of Baptists. There's millions of who else? African knowledges. There's millions of them. We the smallest rank in the ISUPK. And the Lord said, once 144,000 men are sealed in their foreheads, get this knowledge, it's on then.
Right.
Which show you the Christian church is not the answer because they got millions.
Right.
And if they had 144,000 true servants of God, this will be over.
That's right.
It show you that Islam is not the way because they got millions, man. Though they outnumber us, we don't sweat that.
Right.
Because the Lord love a small group. He loved the minority that's righteous. Because then he take that small group that's righteous, serving him, and he turn the whole earth out with that small group, man.
Right.
That's the God of Israel. That's the God we serve in One West. You understand? He said, what? Cause thy mighty ones to come down. Go ahead.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
Verse 12. Let the heathen be wakened.
Just like the Lord wants Israel to wake up, the heathen better wake up to what he doing. To what he doing. He's sending plagues on you. You better recognize we in them times of judgment where the Most High about to put his hand on you stronger than ever before, stronger than Egypt.
Right.
Stronger than Egypt. So you better wake up, heathen. You better see what's going on, read.
And come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is that Middle East, man. That Middle East is the area where the Lord decided that's where he's going to bring this World War III to. He's going to bring it to America, but a lot of wars going to happen in that Middle East, and it's been happening, man.
Right.
And it's been happening. Read.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen.
To do what?
Judge all the heathen.
Go ahead.
Round about.
Because he's going to judge the heathen round about. That's what he's been doing. He's been judging them, man. He's been judging them. That's why the Arabs don't die. The Arabs, he been put a spirit on them, called them a wild man, the sons of Ishmael. And they fight against Israel, Israel drop bombs on them, drop bombs on them. Every hand shall be against them Arabs. They didn't touch America. They didn't touch all over the place, man. Because they bout it. They blow themselves up just to get you. You can't stop nobody like that.
Right.
They say if a man willing to lose his own life, ain't no stopping him.
Right.
Ain't no stopping. Only God could stop him. You understand? And thanks be to God, God is the one controlling him.
Right.
You understand? So our God, the God of Israel, said he going to sit to judge all the heathen round about. Read.
Verse 13. Put ye in the sickle. For the harvest is ripe.
This harvest ain't talking about the crops that you use the regular sickle for. It's a metaphor to get together what you need for this harvest of war that's coming, man. This harvest of dead bodies that's coming. This harvest of bloodshed that's coming. Get what you need to get ready to deal with that. Go ahead.
Come, Get you down, for the press is full.
The press is full, man. It's time. It's high time, like he said in Romans. The press is full. He's told the heathen to prepare for war. Why? Because the press is full, about to bust. Read.
The fats overflow.
They overflow, man. It's about to bust. It can't be contained too much longer. Go ahead.
For their wickedness is great.
Because it ain't been no time on this earth where there was more wickedness on this planet than it is right now in 2022.
Right.
This is the most wickedest time on the earth, man. America has every wicked kingdom from the past and the things that they did for God to destroy them and to be angry at them and to come at them. America has brought all those nasty, evil things right inside of their country, man.
Right.
Right inside of this empire, man. Their wickedness is great, and the Lord is at the end, man. He's about to end this empire. We got to get ready and prepare for when he gives the green light to Christ. Can you imagine what Christ is going through? Christ said he ain't going to drink wine, which he loves, until he drink it brand new with his brothers in the kingdom. Christ don't know the time that the Lord going to send him and the angels, man. And all of them are black and brown. He don't know the time, but he up there and he can't wait. It's like he about to bust. He like, man, Lord, when, Lord? Just let me know, Lord. He can't wait. The Most High get that green light, he out. He out, like they say, like a bat out of hell. You understand?
Right.
Imagine our king out of heaven with 200 million angels with him, man. When he get that green light, it's on like popcorn. You understand? Because why? Their wickedness is great in this earth. Read.
Karawakan. Verse 14. Multitudes in the valley of decision.
Multitudes, armies, man. Armies upon armies in the valley of decision, man. In these lands that the Lord going to set to war against each other. They're going to get it started. Right now, we in a Cold War.
Right.
In an arms race. Right now, we in a Cold War. Cold War is when countries hate each other and empires hate each other, and they plotting on each other with spies and intel, which is information on how to beat them and what they got.
Right.
You understand? It just hasn't turned physical yet. They haven't unleashed them missiles yet. Read.
For the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
You better wake up. Israel, you better wake up. 12 tribes, black and brown people, you better wake the hell up, man. Because the day of the Lord is near. And he's stirring the pot, been stirring the pot in the valley of decision, man. So thank the Lord. I'm going to go to this first question.
Come.
And I believe this is from the brother in South Carolina, I believe. Go ahead.
This is from Hawk UPK. Can I get a basic breakdown of Ecclesiastes?
Ecclesiastes in the Bible.
Khan. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verses 1 through 10.
Let's get that.
Khan.
And you're going to find that this chapter, and this is a good question, man, because the world don't understand this Bible. And they don't understand. The Most High is so poetic. It's ridiculous. He's so poetic with his words, man.
Right.
And his metaphors.
Right.
Like, where you think these rappers get it from, man, with all their metaphors and the fly words they say? They get it because they children of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Children of the Lord. And that's where they get it from. And so the Lord in Ecclesiastes in the Bible, 11th chapter and the first verse, all the way down through 10, this chapter is basically, in a nutshell, talking about how during the times that the Lord blessing you, do good and do the right thing in those times.
Right.
Because there's going to be times where he's not blessing you. There's going to be dark days.
Right.
And hard times. And so you're going to need the good things you do in the good days for the times when things are hard. You're going to need that.
Right.
You understand? And stop being worried about how the Most High works in his in the way he does things. That's how he does things. So let's not question that as much as you prepare when you're being blessed. Prepare for his days of darkness.
Right.
You understand? That's basically what it's talking about. So let's read it.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Cast thy bread upon the waters.
Read that again. Let me get with you. Go ahead.
Cast thy bread upon the waters.
The Lord said, cast thy bread amongst the waters. Can anybody online tells me what that means? Cast thy bread amongst the waters. What's the bread and what's the waters? 11 and 1, right?
Come.
I'll give y'all a shot online. Let's see if you can figure this out. I'm going to give y'all a minute. The Lord said, cast thy bread amongst the waters. What does that mean? Is this real time? Okay, no sweat. What does that mean? Oh, the quarters. I need the quarters. Thwada. I'll cover for you. What does the Lord mean, cast thy bread amongst the waters? I'm going to give it to you in a couple of minutes. I'm going to give y'all a couple more minutes to see if you can come up with it. And it's not easy, so don't blame yourself if you don't understand. You understand? But if you want to take a shot, you can take a shot at it. Cast thy bread amongst the waters. I'm going to read down before I give it to you. I'm going to read down. It says, Ecclesiastes 11 and 1 says, cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7 and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. Anybody got it? Want to give it a shot? Even you try, but you can try it if you want. If you want to give it a shot.
Come.
All right, I'm gonna have to give it to y'all. One brother said, the bread is Christ, the body, the bread is Christ's body, water is repentance. That's incorrect. Not in this instance.
Come.
Good try though, brother. Go ahead. You can give it a shot. Offside bod.
Khan, I'll give it a shot, sir. Is the bread your livelihood and the waters the investment?
Livelihood and investment. Bring it home. You touching on it. You dancing on it. You dancing on it. I'm going to give it to you.
Come.
Go back to the thing and see, make sure nobody else is trying to answer.
Go.
Go ahead.
Val Knows It All says, oh, the Lord gives and takes. Vanessa Vega says, Salaki, sir, if I may, the water is the word, if I'm correct. So I would say your burdens with prayer, sir.
If Salaki, she said, the water is the word, if I'm correct. So I would say your burdens with prayer, sir. That's not it. Good try, Vanessa. Zerai said the bread is the word and the water is God's people. Close. Just like Ibad was close also. So now let's go to it again. Let's read it 11 and 1.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11 and verse 1. Cast thy bread upon the waters.
Some of you, I think Zerai just said it. The waters are the people. You understand? And like Ibad said, the waters are your investment. Like the people are your investment. You know what I mean? These waters. You understand? Now the bread is your wealth, your finances, the blessings that the Lord give you. You understand? Cast thy bread amongst the waters, meaning when the Lord blesses you and you have, blessings from the Lord and you have wealth and different things you have, give it to the people.
Right.
Share it with your people, man.
Right.
because that is an investment. Like Ibad said, do good. Serve the Lord when you get these things, man. And the Lord will see to it that you help your brothers and help your sisters with it. Read on.
For thou shalt find it after many days.
Because when the Lord brings dark times, and he will bring dark times and hard times, you might need those people. You might need that investment to look out for you in the dark times for you. You understand? You might need them. Read on.
Verse 2. Give a portion to 7.
Now, 7 is completion in the Bible. Like, give a portion to your people, to all your people, man. Read.
And also to 8.
And not only to 8, not only to 7, which is completion, but go above and beyond, this is saying.
Right.
Give to your people and support your people when you can, and when the Lord is blessing you, and do more than that. Like Christ said, your brother asks for a cloak, give him 2.
Right.
Your brother say, walk a mile with me, walk 2 miles with him.
Right.
That mile is the 7. That's what he asked for. That's the completion. You understand? 8 is the 2 miles. You go above and beyond for your brothers. Why? Because in the day you do it for your brothers, that's Christ going to say, you've done it for me also.
Right.
This is the spirit of Christ right here, man. Give a portion to 7 and also to 8. Read.
For thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth.
Because you don't know when the Lord going to bring them evil times. You don't know when the famine is coming. You don't know when the Lord going to bring hard times upon you. Being in this truth is like a roller coaster, man.
Right.
It's up and down. That's why it's simple for you to lose faith when you have some problems. We in hell in America, problems should be all the time. It should be all the time. But because of the Lord's mercy and his blessings, there's some good times in this hell, man.
Right.
Some good times amongst each other in this hell.
Right.
So when you suffer and you're going through some bad times, you better know that the good times are right around the corner.
Right.
And when you're going through good times, don't get caught up.
Right.
Don't get vain. You understand? Because the bad times are right around the corner.
Right.
You understand? Until our king comes. Once our king comes, it's all good times. You understand?
That's right.
Read on.
Verse 3. If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth.
If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth, meaning this is the Lord's work. He fill up the clouds when he want, and then when he want to, those clouds rain and give you crops and feed the trees and end your droughts. The Lord does this in his time on his power. Read.
Right. And if the tree fall toward the south.
And if the tree fall toward the south, go ahead.
Or toward the north.
Or toward the north, go ahead.
And the place where the tree falleth.
In the place where the tree falleth. Listen, brother said, dang, that's heavy and poetic. Listen, like I said earlier, the Most High is the most poetic. He's the most high, the most fearful, the most merciful, and the most poetic, brother. Right. I thought the same thing when I read it, man. He's poetic all through this Bible. And listen, that's where black people coming from. I ain't got no bread, man. I ain't got no bread. I can't do this. We call money bread. We call our wealth bread. That's black talk. You understand? Salakia, read that again.
Come on. And if the tree fall toward the south or toward the north, and the place where the tree falleth,
and the place where the tree falleth, go ahead.
There it shall be.
There it shall be. What does that mean? Trees get old. This is the Lord's work. They get old and they die and they fall. Now we ain't got no control of what direction it fall, and it fall wherever the Lord wants it to fall. And wherever it land, that's where the Lord wanted it to land. He's just showing his power and how he controls things. He controls the rain, the cloud, and the tree. Go ahead.
Verse 4. He that observeth the wind shall not sow.
Now, this is a metaphor about sowing, where you planting for your field, your business. You making your field. In order, if you're a farmer, you got to sow to conduct your business and to get your wealth and to get your productivity going. Any business. It might not be a crops and a farm, but any business you got to sow whatever need to be sown, to make your business thrive. The Lord said what? Read that again.
He that observeth the wind shall not sow.
Now, if you constantly waiting for the wind to be right or the weather to be right or God to make everything right, you ain't going to never sow. which means you ain't gonna never get your business up. You ain't gonna never increase if you're studying and waiting for what the Lord gonna do. Go ahead.
And he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap.
And if you, again, waiting for the weather, waiting for the right cloud, the right season, you understand, you ain't gonna never reap what you sown. You understand? So you ain't gonna never get what you're supposed to get. Stop worrying about when the Lord gonna do things, and you just conduct your business on this earth, man.
Right.
You understand? You just do what you gotta do. You sow like we do in the ISUPK. We out here sowing seeds all over this earth, man.
Right.
We out here sowing seeds all over this earth. And when the Lord bring these brothers and sisters that we teach on these streets in this school, we didn't reap. We didn't reap what the Lord allowed us to reap. But we don't worry about who listening. We don't worry about who not listening. We don't worry about who gonna hate us for saying the truth of what we saying. We do the business of the Lord, man. We sow and we reap. And listen, he brings the increase. He brings the increase. He sets the atmosphere to be right. We just do the work. Read.
Verse 5. As thou knowest not what is the way of the Spirit.
Right. Like we don't know the way of the Spirit.
Right.
When the Spirit enters into the baby. Where the Spirit coming from. Where exactly does the Spirit go when we die, and what it does. And how long does it wait to come back? We don't know the way of the Spirit. Go ahead.
Nor how the bones do grow in the womb. Of her that is with child.
Like we don't know. This little thing that's in the woman's womb, it develops bones. And those bones grow and grow and grow until the woman is due. We don't know that science. You understand?
Right.
We don't know that because that's the Lord's working, man. That's the Lord's works. Read.
Even so, thou knowest not the works of God who maketh all.
Even so, thou knowest not the works of God who maketh all. Once again, going into observing the wind, regarding the clouds. While you busy trying to figure out what the Lord does, you ain't handling your business, man.
Right.
You ain't handling your business. The Lord told Ezra. Ezra was inquired a lot about things. The Lord basically told Ezra, he said, you can't add 1 inch to your height, can you? You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, you can't give me the weight of fire. You can't search out the depth of the sea. You understand? So, you know, why are you trying to figure? He said, you can't make 1 hair grow, 1 extra hair grow on your head. You understand? Because that's what I do. And the Lord told Ezra, instead of trying to figure out how I work and how I got things happening, you figure out on mastering the things of the earth.
Right.
Instead of trying to figure out the things in heaven and the
Right.
things that I handle. You ain't even mastered what's on earth yet. Go ahead.
Verse 6. In the morning sow thy seed. And in the evening withhold not thine hand.
Right. Not literal morning, not literal evening, but it's saying in the times of prosperity, you know, prosper. Do the work so that you can gain. And in the evening, withhold not thy hand. In the season that you're supposed to benefit from all your works and all the things you do and all that seed sowing, metaphorically, you understand? Hold not your hand, meaning receive it. There's nothing wrong with receiving it, but you got to do the work, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta when you're getting blessed, you gotta show the Lord that you appreciate it.
Right.
You understand? Show them that you appreciate it. Help your brothers, help your sisters, man. Don't be like Oprah Winfrey, rich as hell, but does nothing for the actual Israelites, the black and brown community. Instead, she give cars to Africans. She helped African schools and helped Ghana with a lot of the rich of our people. We've been tricked into believing we got to help out the land of Africa when they are not God's people, man. They are not our people, and you are not them. You understand? Do good when you prosper, man. Do good when you prosper and benefit, and do what it takes to receive and be blessed when you prosper, man. And never forget the Most High, no matter what you do. Go ahead.
For thou knowest not whether shall prosper.
Whether shall prosper. You don't know what's going to prosper. You don't know if the Lord going to bless you in the works you're doing. You don't know if He's going to bless you with receiving from them works you're doing. You don't know if He's going to increase the work you're doing. You don't know. But why, if you sit there trying to wonder, is He going to do it? Is He going to bless it? It ain't never going to get done.
Right.
It ain't never going to get done. Do the works. Do what it takes to be blessed, man. And when you get blessed, look out for your people.
Right.
Look out for your people because you're going to need your people one day.
Right.
You're going to need the Lord to look at you and be pleased with you for helping your people, man. Read.
Either this or that, or whether they both shall be alike good.
Like you don't know if you're going to increase. I know the Lord knows you don't know. He knows you don't know if it's going to prosper. He knows you don't know that once you do this work or plant your seed, he don't know if you're going to benefit from it and be blessed. He know you don't know what's going to happen, either this or either that. You understand? He knows you don't know whether they both shall be good alike. You're going to prosper when you do this work or plant your seed, and you're going to prosper with all them good benefits that come from it. He knows you don't know. Read.
Kokan, verse 7. Truly, the light is sweet.
The light is sweet. Go ahead.
And a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun.
Like when the Lord bless you, it's a sweet thing, man. It's a sweet thing to be prosperous and be on his good side and to be blessed. It's a pleasant thing to see the things that he gives you, man. You understand? Like, and again, us in the ISUPK, we see the Lord's blessing all the time.
Right.
We see how the Lord looks out even for us that used to be sinners. But because we born again and we stand strong, like the Apocrypha said, we stand strong and bold for our King even in this world, we see the blessings of it, man. The Lord said he's going to bless us on this side and in the kingdom, man. And we see it and we live it every day. You understand? But we don't get vain about it. We don't get calmed about it because we understand hard times going to come. It's right around the corner. You understand? And we keep our faith in the good times and in the bad.
Right.
And we work toward raising up our people and doing the good works and loving and helping our people, man, in the good times so that in the bad times they'll remember that. They'll remember that and they'll do a good thing toward us and come and increase these numbers, man, and help themselves, hell, by helping us and build this army. You understand? But we don't worry about, oh, they hard-headed, they ain't going to come in, so we ain't even going to do this. No, we go where the Lord send us, man.
Right.
We go where Commander General Yohana want us to go. And we do this work, and we, you know, the Lord do what he do whenever he want. It don't stop us. Read.
But if a man live many years
and
rejoice in them all.
So if you got a long life, you know what I'm saying, you to live the long life, and you rejoice in that long life. You appreciate what the Lord did for you. Go ahead.
Yet let him remember the days of darkness.
Listen, don't just remember the good times, you remember the bad times. And you learn from them. And you remember how the Lord brought you through them times. You understand? You remember you when you got those blessings, do right with the blessings, man. Serve the Lord with the blessings, man. Be guiltless with those blessings.
Right.
You understand? And do the right thing with them. And because you got to remember the bad times where those blessings helped you out. And when you took care of your people in those bad times, when you felt hurt or felt sick or some dark time came upon you from the Lord to test you, the people remembered your good works, man. And they looked out for you. You remember both those times. Read.
For they shall be many.
Because they going to be many also, just like your many years. Go ahead.
All that cometh is vanity.
What verse you at?
Verse 9.
They shall be many. Read it again. All that what?
All that cometh is vanity.
All that cometh is vanity if you don't do the right thing. If you don't serve the Most High, man. Your days may be many, man. And you remember them days, right? But don't forget the times of darkness. Don't forget the times of darkness, because if you ain't doing the right thing, you know from your many long years that them times of darkness is harder when you ain't doing the right thing. You understand? And everything that comes from it will be vanity if you're not doing the right thing. Read.
Verse 9. Rejoice, O young man, in thy youth.
Because when you're young, you're feeling good, you know what I'm saying? You're rejoicing, you're strong, you understand? But you might not be the wisest.
Right.
So when you're young, or when the day is good and the day is wonderful, rejoice in them. But you got to fight to have wisdom even in your youth. Read.
And let thy heart cheer thee in the days of thy youth.
And let your heart cheer you. Be happy in the times of your youth and the times of your blessing, man. And the times of your blessing, but let your heart be cheered because you serve the Most High and you do the right thing and you love your people. You love your people and you look out for your people, man. You understand? Let your heart cheer in the days of your youth or the days of your blessings. Go ahead.
And walk in the ways of thine heart,
Uh-huh.
and in the sight of thine eyes.
Read.
But know thou.
But you got to know, even when you walking in your youth and in your good times and walking in the ways of your heart, the things that you enjoy, the things that please you, and in the sight of your eyes, as you see the things around you as being blessed and being wonderful, you got to know. Read.
That for all these things,
Uh-huh.
God will bring thee into judgment.
The Lord looking at how you deal with it. The Lord looking at how you act when he bless you.
Right.
He looking at where your mind is, where your heart is, how you treating Israelites, how you treat your people, man, in the time of prosperity, in the days of your youth. He looking at it. And he going to bring you into judgment, man. Some judgment is good and wonderful. That's what you want to fight, that your judgment be good.
Right.
And the Lord keep doing good by you. Because if not, there's another side to judgment. You understand? That judgment could be a horrible thing for you in that day of darkness if you don't do the right thing. Read.
Verse 10. Therefore, remove sorrow from thine heart.
And this sorrow, this ain't a, meaning sad. You know, the definition that we grew up on is being sad. This sorrow is being wicked, being sinful, your transgressions. Remove the transgressions from your heart. Remove the wickedness or the sin from your heart. The disobedience toward the Most High. Get rid of that. Read.
And put away evil from thy flesh.
Uh-huh.
For childhood and youth are vanity.
For childhood and youth, meaning your prosperity and being blessed, is vanity if your heart ain't right. If you're a wicked man, if you're full of sin and disobedience, it's vanity if you're not doing the right thing. You understand? If you're not pleasing the Lord once you get his blessing. You understand? So that's what Ecclesiastes 11:1 is talking about. And it's a heavy chapter, man. And again, once again, the Lord, you know, he know how to explain something. He know how to explain it good. But once again, he said these mysteries have been hid for ages and generations. You understand? But now it's being revealed to the prophets. Your church couldn't make you understand that. You understand? Your imam, he can't explain that to you. Your Christian Israelites, they couldn't explain that to you. You understand? Time 12:42, no sweat. Let's go to 1 second. Which one I want to go to? All right, let's go to the second one. I mean, the third one. Salaki. Is it the third one? 2 is Colossians 3. All right, I'm gonna end this with the third question. Go ahead.
Why did Jesus heal an Edomite's daughter?
Right. Why did Yahushua, why did our king, a black man, why did he heal our oppressor's daughter? Why did he heal the white woman's daughter? You understand? Let's start. Let's go to Matthew 15:21. Let's start there. Then I'm going to get the same story in the book of Mark, 7th chapter. And we're going to see. We're going to see why. And then I'm going to ask y'all why. Because it should be clear after we read these things. You understand? Whenever you got it. I got it, sir. Matthew 15:21.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 21. Then Jesus went thence and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon.
No sweat. When you look at a map, Tyre and Sidon is like your northwestern part of Israel that they show on the map. Tyre and Sidon. So Christ was in those coasts. Then when he came out of those coasts, go ahead.
Verse 22. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coast.
This woman came from the land of Canaan. She lived in Canaan. She came out of Tyre and Sidon also. Go ahead.
And cried unto him.
And cried unto him. Go ahead.
Saying, have mercy on me.
Now, this was an Edomite woman, right? But she was dwelling in the land of Canaan. You know what I'm saying? Came out of Tyre and Sidon. They would call this woman a Phoenician woman, like Syro-Phoenician. You can look that up. And she cried to Christ, right? She cried to our black king and said, what?
Saying, have mercy on me, O Lord.
Have mercy on me, O Lord. She asked our black king to have mercy on her. Go ahead.
Thou son of David.
Thou son of David. Because why? Christ was the son of David. How? Because he was the son of Joseph, who was a great grandson of King David. So that's how he was the son of David. And everybody knew it from his miracles and from his teachings. And she knew it. She knew it, said, have mercy on me, thou son of David. Go ahead.
My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil.
There are demons on her daughter, and she's grievously vexed. She's grievously vexed. Like she was suffering from some type of illness from having these demons on her, man. Like you ever see somebody, scriptures talk about somebody with the palsy, cerebral palsy, or some ailment where your mind ain't right. You understand? You hurt yourself. They got to keep you safe, put a helmet on you because you'll bang your head when you got some hole in your skull or something like that because of the demons that's on you. You know what I'm saying? Read.
Verse
so
20.
this woman, her daughter had demons on her and was hurting her and grievously vexed. Go ahead.
Verse 23. But he answered her not a word.
Uh-huh.
And his disciples came and besought him.
Read that again.
But he answered her not a word.
What just happened here? This woman cried to Christ, said, have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with a devil. And what happened with Christ? Go ahead.
But he answered her not a word.
Why did Christ do this? You know what this is called in modern time? This is called ignoring.
Right.
So Christ ignored this heathen woman, right? Ignored her. Why would he do that? The churches say he came to love and kiss everybody. He came to heal and love and be sweet and give sweetness and chocolate to everybody, right? And sugar. But no, he didn't come to do that with everybody because this woman here just crying out for her daughter to be healed, called him Lord, acknowledged him being the son of David, and Christ ignored this white woman. Read on.
And his disciples came and besought him.
So now she went and cried to the disciples, obviously, because now the disciples came to him and said, Lord, go ahead.
Saying, send her away.
They said, what?
Send her away.
Wait a minute. First, Jesus Christ ignored this woman, begging for his mercy, begging for her daughter, full of demons, to be healed. And then the disciples came to him and said, send this heathen away, Lord. Why are they acting like this when the Christians say Christ and the disciples came to love everybody and to heal everybody and to be friends with everybody? Why? Because the Christian church are a bunch of liars.
Right.
That's why. Christianity is a whorehouse, a den full of pimps and child molesters, and they are liars above everything.
Right.
Liars. Jesus Christ never came for all people. He never came to love and give kisses to everybody. The disciples who were taught by Jesus Christ never loved everybody and came to give hugs and sweetness and sugar to everybody. That's a Christian goddamn lie. That's why Jesus Christ is ignoring her. He's a black man ignoring this heathen that's bothering him, that's begging him. Then she turned to the disciples, your Lord is ignoring me. Please help me. And they said, Lord, send her away. Get rid of this heathen. Go ahead.
Kawakan. Send her away,
Uh-huh.
for she crieth after us.
There you go. That's the proof that she went to them after Christ ignored her. Our black king ignored this woman, and she went crying to the disciples. And the disciples didn't heal her or hug her or do sweet things like the church say, because they're liars. Instead, the disciples told Christ, send her away. Send this heathen away. Go ahead.
Verse 24. But he answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
He said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's what Christ told the white woman. After he ignored her, after the disciples said, send her away, he said, listen, I'm only sent to Israelites. That's what that means. I'm only sent to Israelites, heathen woman. Read.
Then came she and worshipped him,
And she started worshiping him harder. She started worshiping him even harder. Go ahead.
saying, Lord, help me.
She said, Lord, please help me. Please. Go ahead.
But he answered,
She loved her daughter. This woman loved her daughter. That's the truth. He said, the disciples told him to send her away, Lord. He ignored her. And he told her, I'm only sent for the Israelites. I'm not sent here for you. And she started to beg even more. Go ahead.
Kabakan, verse 26.
Uh-huh.
But he answered and said,
And this is what he said to her after that, after she started crying more and begging more. Go ahead.
It is not meet.
It's not meat, meaning it's not right. It's not a good thing. It's not proper. Read.
To take the children's bread.
To take the children's bread. Go ahead.
And to cast it to dogs.
And cast it to dogs. And cast it to dogs. Who are the children here? And who are the dogs here? Dog got an S on it. You understand? Who are the children that Christ said it's not right to take this food that was only for the children? Because once again, he said, I'm only sent to the Israelites. I'm only sent to them. And he said, so now it's not right. She said, Lord, help me. He said, listen, woman, it ain't right that I take the children's bread and cast it to dogs. Go to Mark 7:25. Okay. I'm going to read the same story in the book of Mark to bring it all the way home. He said, it's not right. The verse before tell you who the children are. He said, I'm only sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. So the children that he said it's not right to take their bread, what the Lord give me for them is the children of Israel. What did she want? Her daughter to be healed. That's in this instance. She wanted her daughter to be healed. That healing power, getting the demons off of people, that power, that blessing was given to Christ to only give to the Israelites. You understand? To the Israelites and not to the dogs. Who are the dogs? The dogs are this woman and her entire race. Because he didn't say give it to a dog. Then he would have been talking about her only. He said cast it to dogs, meaning you and all the heathen, man. You and all of your people. It's not right that I take what the Lord gave me for the Israelites and give it to you, dog. Call this white woman a dog. Read Mark 7:25.
There's the book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 25.
Uh-huh.
For a certain woman whose young daughter had an unclean spirit heard of him and came and fell at his feet.
Same woman, daughter had an unclean spirit, had demons on her. It grievously vexed with a devil. Came and fell at our king's feet. Read.
Verse 26.
Uh-huh.
The woman was a Greek.
Read that again.
The woman was a Greek.
Read it one more time.
The woman was a Greek.
This was a Greek woman. This was an Edomite. This was a white woman, an Edomite, a Caucasian, our oppressor. She was a Greek. Read.
A Syrophoenician by nation.
But she was from the land of Phoenicia, up around Syrophoenician. Like you had people, once again, people didn't stay in their homeland all the time. They traveled. And so they would have kids, and sometimes those kids would grow up in these other lands. So even though she was a Greek by nation, the nation she was out of was Syrophoenicia. Read was a land where the Syrians lived and the Phoenicians lived. Go ahead.
And she besought him that he would cast forth the devil out of her daughter.
Same thing we read in Matthew when he ignored her. Read.
But verse 27. But Jesus said unto her, let the children first be filled.
But Yahushua told her once again, I'm not sent, it is not meat, or I'm not sent unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. In Matthew, he said, it's not meat to take the children's bread. Read on.
For it is not meat.
Let the children first be filled, because again, it is not right. It's not a good thing. It's not proper. Go ahead.
To take the children's bread.
To take the bread of the Israelites, this blessing, this for the Israelites, for them to eat up, for them to receive. Go ahead.
And to cast it unto the dogs.
And cast it unto you dogs with an S. Unto you dogs. Christ called her a dog. There's a white woman here. And our black king called this white woman a dog, but not only her. All of her people, man. All of her people. Read.
Verse 28. And she answered and said unto him.
And now after he called her a dog and tell her it ain't right that she get what belonged to the Israelites because she's just a dog, this is what she said. Read.
Yes, Lord.
She said what?
Yes, Lord.
She said what?
Yes, Lord.
She said, "Con out of one con." Yes, Lord, you're right. I know the bread is only for the Israelites. I know them blessings is only for them. And I know I am but a dog. And I know my people are dogs. She agreed with it and acknowledged it. She had humility. Read.
Yet the dogs under the table.
Yet, Lord. And she was wise. She said, yet, Lord, though I'm a dog, and though this power was only to be exercised on the Israelites, my Lord, I know you know that the dogs under the table, read,
eat of the children's crumbs.
You know the dogs, they eat off the children's crumbs. I don't want what go to the children. I'm a dog. Don't give me what the children's supposed to get. I just want a piece of a crumb that normally fall from the table when the children are eating. And the dog sitting under the table, he eat those crumbs. That's all I want. I know I'm a dog. I know I'm a dog. Read.
Verse 29. And he said unto her.
And Christ was so impressed. He was so impressed with this white woman and her humility and her acknowledgement of who he was, who she was. He was so impressed. Read.
For this saying.
He said, for this saying, go ahead.
Go thy way.
Uh-huh.
The devil is gone out of thy daughter.
Christ healed this woman's daughter, this white woman. This white woman. Why did he heal her? Because he was impressed at what she said. He just said, for this saying. I mean, he telling you why he about to heal her daughter. For this saying, you gonna get out of here, heathen woman. The devil done left your daughter. I done took him out of your daughter. And that's just a crumb. That's just a crumb. To take demons out of a person, that's just a crumb of what God had Christ give the Israelites, man. That's just a tiny piece, a morsel. You understand? God is a just God.
Right.
All throughout this Bible. Give me Ezekiel 33 and 15. And so is his son Yahushua. He's a just king. He's the son of the Most High. You understand? Sent to feed Israel with glory and power and knowledge and wisdom. You understand? And this old heathen acknowledged that. And she just asked for a crumb, a piece of bread that fall off the sandwich or the bread that the children of Israel eating at the table. She, being a dog under the table, just begged for a crumb. And Yahushua was impressed with it. Impressed with it. And impressed with her humility and gave it to her. You was gonna say something?
Okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, sir, if a precept would be when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice for that.
Okay. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. That could be a con. Everybody rejoices when the righteous are in charge. Listen, when we get in charge under our king, even the heathen's gonna have a better life. They all gonna have a better life when the righteous are in charge. So yes, that can be applied to it. That can be applied to it. And that's justice, man. We're not brutes and monsters like the so-called white man,
right?
Like our oppressor. When we get in charge, when we gain our kingdom back, he's going to pay for everything he did, because that's going to be the wrath of God that he paid for what he did. He's going to pay for it all. And he's the only one, according to the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, he's the only nation never promised any mercy from God.
Right.
So he's going to get everything he deserved for being who he is and for doing what he's done. You understand? But the Chinese, the Japanese, the African, the Arab, all these other nations, they're going to be under us and be our servants. You understand?
Right.
And we're going to be a lot fairer to them than they have been to us. You understand?
Right.
But everybody going to bow their knee. So you're right, Abad. Come. Read.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 33 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
If the wicked restore the pledge.
Now the Lord was talking about Israelites, right? If us being wicked, if we restore his pledge, meaning follow his laws and commandments, go ahead.
Give again that he had robbed.
And what did we rob the Most High? We robbed him of the covenant that he made with us. We robbed him of obedience, man. But listen, the Lord, once again, God is a just God. If wicked people, if the white race, if he restore the pledge, if he acknowledged who we are and give everything back that he stole, all of our wealth, all of our riches, all of the power that he has that belongs to us, if he gave that back, acknowledge who we are, you understand, acknowledge the wrong that he's done and gave away his power, you understand, read.
Walk in the statutes of life.
If he stopped eating pork, shrimp, and crab, go ahead.
Without committing iniquity.
And he adhered to the Israelites and the laws of the Israelites, go ahead.
He shall surely live. He shall not die.
He shall not die. He may get some mercy, man. Just like if we come back to the Lord and stop our evil and wickedness, the Lord said we gonna live, man. Like we didn't took up in the ISUPK. We didn't came back to the Most High to restore the pledge and to walk in his statutes. And we pray and keep our faith that we live and not die.
Right.
Guess what? Anybody wicked, even the wicked, if he did these things, he could get some mercy. He could get some mercy. So why did God not promise any mercy from him? Because the Lord knows the spirit of this man. The Lord knows that our oppressor, you know what I'm saying? You might ask, so why don't all the oppressors do what this white woman did, right? Why don't they humble themselves like this white woman they did and acknowledge and give again that they had robbed and walked in the statutes and spoke the truth? Why? Because as a race, they have the spirit of Cain in them.
Right.
You understand? They have the spirit of Cain in them where a chance to do right is right here, is right in front of you, but they choose to do the evil, man. They choose to do the evil. Real quick, Genesis 4 and 7. I'll get what I'm talking about. What happened to Cain? The white race has the spirit of Cain in him as a race. Now you might got a couple of individuals. You understand? When the Bible talks about Edomites and the wicked, he's talking as a people, as a race, as a nation. You might have a couple of them that, like this white woman, they love her daughter so much she humbled herself and had humility.
Right.
You understand? Just like, and it's called a stereotype. Like black people as a nation, we love chicken, watermelon, collard greens. We always talk about that. The stereotypes of us is right. You understand? But it don't mean every single one of us like those things.
Right.
But as a nation, we like sheep to the slaughter. We walk right into death and trust our oppressor as a race. But it don't mean all of us trust our oppressor. You understand? So the same with this. That white woman, she did something that as a race, her people don't normally do. That's why Christ was so impressed and said, for this saying, go ahead, your daughter is healed. You understand? And why won't the rest of them do it as a race? Because they are the spirit. They have the spirit of Cain in them.
Right.
They are the children of Cain. Their forefather Esau, when he was born with that same demon, that same selfishness, that same murderous spirit that Cain had. Read Genesis 4 and 7. I'm going to end with this.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 4 and verse 7. If thou doest well,
go ahead,
shalt thou not be accepted?
Check that out. This is what happened to Cain. Cain didn't have to be the evil bastard that he was. God told Cain, if you do the right thing, that's what doeth well mean. If you do the right thing, shalt thou not be accepted. Meaning this, if you do what I want, because you know what I want, you see Abel doing it. And if you do it, I'm going to accept you, Cain. You're going to be accepted. Read.
And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door.
But if you be a bastard and you don't do right, and you don't do the right thing, then sin lieth at the door. Now you're going to see my other side, man. Now you're going to see the other side. And Cain knew the right thing to do. He was just selfish and stubborn. Read.
And unto thee shall be his desire. And thou shalt rule over him.
Right. He said, if thou doest well, you're going to be accepted. But if you don't do well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. Speaking about Jacob, man. Speaking about how in the spirit, it's talking about Abel, but it's talking about Jacob in the spirit. Like Cain, if he do the wrong thing, sin lieth at the door, and he going to desire what the Lord gives his brother, man, which is Jacob. He manifests this through Esau and Jacob. You understand? He said, unto thee shall be his desire. Read. Go ahead.
And thou shalt rule over him.
And thou shalt rule over him. Talking about Abel, but in the spirit, he's talking about Jacob. You understand? Talking about Jacob. Esau would desire us, man. Esau would desire us, and we was going to rule over him. Now Esau, he ruling over us. He got his time, you understand? But Cain messed that up during this time. He could have did the right thing, but let's read what he did, what he actually did. Go ahead.
Verse 8. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass when they were in the field.
Now Cain talked to Abel. You understand? But instead of getting down with Abel and being accepted of the Most High, it came to pass, go ahead,
that Cain rose up against Abel.
When they were in the field, Cain rose up against his brother, against Abel. Go ahead.
His brother.
Read.
And slew him.
And murdered him. Now to Cain, that made sense. The Lord don't like what I'm doing. He like what Abel doing. Abel making me look bad. So instead of me doing what the Lord want, I'm going to continue to do what the hell I want. I'm going to just get rid of Abel. I'm going to get rid of Abel, and the Lord going to have to accept me. That's the thinking of a selfish bastard. That's the thinking of a tremendously evil mind. I'll just get rid of the good thing. I'll just get rid of the good thing, and then I'll be the only one left, and they'll have to accept me. You understand? But then another baby was born.
Right.
You understand? Another baby was born. In Apocrypha, it talk about the thinking of our oppressor and the Apocrypha, and they think the same way that Cain thinks. He said, we only live one life. This is the Apocrypha.
Right.
We only live one life, so let's use it all up. Let's suck out every flower, every tree, every fruit. Let's use it all up, because this is the only life we have. And let's oppress the righteous. That's what they say in the Apocrypha. They decide to, on purpose, oppress the righteousness. Why? Because they're going to enjoy all of this, man. They're going to enjoy everything on this earth right now, because according to them, they only got one life to live. And they even going to oppress the righteous and test God to see if God come help them. You understand? That's how Cain thought.
Right.
That's how Cain thought, man. So why did Christ heal the white woman's daughter? Number one, because she said what she said. She admitted that he was the son of Joseph, the king. Admitted that the bread is for the children. She understood that and just asked for a tiny piece of crumb that falls from the children's table. That's why. That's why she impressed our king. So how much more Israelites, black and brown people, how much more we going to impress our king, man?
Right.
If a heathen impressed him, let us impress him, man. Let us impress him. With that, I'm going to say shalom. Thawada brothers and sisters for tuning in, man. Thawada for checking me out. Come back next week for Ask Ye the Prophets, man. We're going to get it in. Passover, man. Go to www.isubk.com for all the latest info on all of our high holy days and all the events coming up, man. Passover, April 15th in Florida, Cocoa Beach, Florida. Get your hotel, man. Book your flights. You know what I mean? Get you a rental if you got to, a vehicle, because it's going to be an extraordinary week, man. Passover week. You understand? Tuesday, April 12th. You got the deep sea fishing, man. All type of good, different varieties of red snappers, different type of groupers, man, and kingfish, different type of mai fish, all lawful. We're going to get it in on the boat. You understand? And then Wednesday, we're going to have a fish fry and cook all that good fish up. Wednesday also evening, General Muhammad going to teach his class, man. All in April 2022, Passover weekend. Be there or be square. Shalom.
Hey, I'm just following orders. Let me get one of those slow motion pictures, bro. One of the slow motion pictures.
You gotta shoot at 60 frames per second.
Come on,
That's
say they wanna hear that raw shit. These niggas claiming that they bullshit. These niggas better move and coach shit. As if they make the wrong move and coach shit.
One way. One way. One way. One way. One way.
Coming up on my new
I do it how a veteran be. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settle and see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's One West. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause it's death before designer. Ain't no coward in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling a week. Get the cooking on this beat. Hope you like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me and they all red rum, red rum, red rum. Got you fuckers scared some. Get the banging on this beat till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red drums, black and yellow Air Ones. Homie, you ain't got a vest. I suggest you wear one.
Told these niggas we was going up. They was doing a lot of talking. Now these niggas ain't saying shit. Feeling like a legend in this shit. Lil nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third. Lil nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like Ash Ketchum. Shotty break a nigga ribs up like his wife left him. We all stepping. Kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, what you doing life. These hands are rude GPS. A mean right, that's mean right. We build different, you know the vibes. And we something authentic, we notarized. I keep a 144 because I know a kind. Noah's Ark, you know I'm with animals when we flowing by. We back again, no cap, when I'm with Cap again. Yeah, they say they want smoke until we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back